Hi everybody, look at these great apples. I'm going to make a recipe from Pinterest. I've never made it before. It's an invisible apple cake. Okay, so the tricky part is that I have to use this contraption. It's a mandolin. I've never used it before because it looks scary. So this comes a little bit later. So I'm going to show you the ingredients and the preparation. We need a springform cake pan. That's the kind you use for cheesecake that the bottoms come out of. You want to line this with parchment paper, and then you will just spray your cooking spray, and your pan is prepared. Next, we'll preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Okay, now let's look at the ingredients. We have here 2 large eggs, 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We have 6½ tablespoons of milk and 1½ tablespoons of butter. The dry ingredients are 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon of flour, a pinch of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And of course we need apples. I'm using 5 large apples. Golden Delicious is what the recipe calls for. If you want a tartar cake, just use a different kind of apple like Granny Smith. Let's start the process. We're going to mix the 2 eggs with the brown sugar and the teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to cream them for about 3 minutes so they're nice and fluffy. I'm working up my courage for the mandolin. Looks like it's mixed enough. Now we're just going to melt the butter and combine it with the milk. So we'll just zap that in the microwave. Okay, that was about 20 seconds to melt the butter. Now I'll simply just put the melted butter right into the milk. Now we're going to add the butter milk mixture into the beaten sugar and just mix it all together. Just give it a little stir. Okay, let's just put our dry ingredients together. This is the baking powder, pinch of salt. Now we're going to mix the flour mixture right into all the rest of the ingredients. And just stir it all together. Scrape down the sides a little bit. Make sure we get all that flour mixed in there. Okay, now the next step is peeling the apples. This is the worst step for me. It's really tedious for me, but I just do it with a knife. Some people use a vegetable peeler. I just want to get all the skin off. There's an old wives' tale where if you can peel the entire peeling in one scoop, you have good luck. Well, so far I'm doing good. I've done it before, just not today. I'm going to core the apple and quarter it. Okay, it's the scary part now. Got to get my handy dandy glove on so I don't cut my fingers off. Okay, keep in mind I've never done this before. I'm not even sure I know how it works. We have this little top part, and I think you can stick the apple right on there. I'm not sure. Don't laugh. I'm not sure. Oh dear. Maybe I'll try it this way. Let's try this again. I had a little fail the first time. I'm not sure. Oh my. Oh, I think I'm going to slice them by hand the old-fashioned way. Here's my pile from the mandolin, but I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way and just slice them very thinly. And I think they'll look a lot better. Just a lot of work though. Okay. All right, after each apple, and look at how nicely they're sliced, you put it into the batter. And you do this so that the apple doesn't turn brown. So after each one, you just mix it right into the batter. And you just repeat for each apple. Okay, so as you can see, I have added all the apples into the batter mixture, and you just need to push it down and stir it around. I've reserved some of the sliced apples to lay on the top randomly. So let's just put this mixture right into the prepared pan. This is an 8-inch springform pan. You can use a larger one if you want a flatter cake. Get it all evened out. Rest of that batter out of there. I hope this turns out. There doesn't seem to be much batter, but we'll see what happens. Let's just randomly put the little slices on top. I'm not sure why, but that's what they said to do. And I'm going to put some almonds for a little crunch on the top, because I think that might be good. If you don't like nuts, don't do it, but there. Now the cake is ready to go into the oven. It'll go into a 400-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, I've let this bake for 35 minutes, so let's get it out of the oven. Oof. Very hot. Okay, I'm not sure that it looks like the picture, but I hope it tastes good. We have to let it cool off till it's almost completely cool. The cake is all set to be taken out of the pan. It's a springform pan, like I said before, so it's going to pop right out, I hope. I'm going to just loosen it up on the sides by running a knife around the sides of the cake pan. Okay. And here's the lever. Pop that open. And here it comes. So it looks pretty good. Didn't get as high as I thought it would, but it's kind of pretty. I'm just going to put a little powdered sugar on the top just to make it look a little bit more festive. And there we go. I made this apple cake yesterday. It's supposed to be served warm, and I see somebody did have a little bite out of it. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, we didn't have a tasting panel yesterday, so we're going to have day-old upside-down apple cake. The Schnecken Beckons. I'm bringing you an impossible apple cake. Let's see how this is a day later. Looks good. Okay, everybody, this is a day late and our powdered sugar is melted, but we're gonna give it the try, right?
Bitter.
Well, that's number one. Who wants to go next?
It's interesting.
Here we go. This probably means I'm gonna like it. It's not bad. It's, you know, I'd eat it, but it's not a make again.
It's probably good with coffee. It's a little bland. It's a little better the second time around.
Well, now we know who stole that piece yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm not a fan of apple pie, so I don't know why I made this. It might have been good yesterday, I don't know. But to me, it's a Pinterest fail. Sorry, Pinterest. It's a no. Whoops. Almost.